Hi, welcome to NYTC Noise Stop Systems. Today we're going to talk about home cinemas, home theatres and music rooms. One of the things that I get asked a lot about is, what sort of thing should I do? How much money should I spend? What should I be doing about my home, entertainment room? Basically, if you live in HDB or condominium, you'll be in the same situation as many people, which is that you will find that your neighbours will complain if you install bigger speakers. You'll find that the acoustics of the room don't work very well. There'll be a lot of different problems that you can account for. So one of the things that we look at first is what sort of system do we want, how much money do we need to spend, and what do we need to do? Well, typically for a budget between 10 to 50,000, you can definitely get a system that will work in your home, including the soundproofing and acoustic treatment. Typically, it's a good idea to use a wall to project onto, and then use special, basically cinematic paint, so that your projector can get a good sort of definition of vision. You can go a little bit further and basically buy a screen, but you don't necessarily need to do that. If the lights are low enough, you won't be able to tell the difference anyway. Projectors like this Sony projector that we got installed here, they will work very well with your system, and typically you want an amp with a high definition system and basically using HDMI cables to connect everything together. It's always good to have some decent speakers, 5.1, something like that. You don't necessarily need to spend that much money, but you do definitely need to do something about your floor. If you don't do a soundproofing floor, your neighbours below will hear every single thump from the bass, from the speakers, and from anything that's going on really once you've got that volume up to a certain level that you're comfortable with. It's basically simple science. The bigger the speaker, the more impact of noise that's going to go through that floor. Wall wise, your party wall, which is behind, will also be made out of a thin brick or hollow block or even Zyrtec block, so your neighbours will also hear that. So you've got to look at doing the soundproofing for the wall as well. Some of the products that we can use are things like this noise block cinematic system or noise block pro wall. These are some of the ways that we can combat this noise. Floor wise, it's always best to remove the floor, take it up, and then put a soundproof flooring in. One of the things that you can typically find out from any sort of soundproofing or acoustic consultant is that you do really need to do something that's adequate in order to encapsulate the sound. And as you can see with the setup that we've got here, there's a good amount of bass. It's a big screen, and typically this type of setup will cost you about 50k all in, including the soundproofing, the speaker setup, and all the other bits and pieces that you need. At the same time, if you have, for instance, a piano like we've got behind here, you also can have a problem whereby noise will go through to your next door neighbour. And typically the best thing that you can do with that is put in a foam behind or something like the triple BDS. If you'd like to know more about how to create a home theatre or cinema system, please give us a call at the number below, or just go to our website at www.noisestopsystems.sg. Thanks very much for watching, and see you soon.